Hello there guys, and welcome back to a brand new Star Wars Hunters video. Today I'm going to be answering the question that I think a lot of people have, and that is, will Star Wars Hunters release on consoles? In short, yes it will, but no, not on all of them, so allow me to explain. First of all, as many of you will know, Star Wars Hunters is a mobile and Nintendo Switch game. So yes, it is releasing on consoles as the Switch is a console, but that's the only console it's coming out on for launch. Now the reason I specify launch there is because I think there's a very good chance that at some point in the future it could be brought onto the Xbox Series S and X and the PlayStation 5. Sure, it would definitely work on the previous gen, but I'm not sure they may worry too much about it on there, unless they just made the game for PS4 and Xbox One, which obviously would then be playable on these next gen consoles as well. So if there's a chance it could come to other consoles, when could that be, and why aren't they just doing it at launch? Two questions that I'm sure you're wondering very much about, so allow me to give you my thoughts on each. Firstly, if they do indeed come to other consoles, when could we see that? Well, to be honest, I have absolutely no idea, but I think it ultimately depends on how successful the game is at launch and the months after. If the game launches with a positive reception and great player numbers and of course good player retention over a period of time, then they can definitely look into exploring the possibilities of other consoles, and honestly I wouldn't be too surprised if they've already looked into it and are potentially working on that right now. But that is just a thought, so do not read into it. I also have no idea how long it would take for the team at Boss Alien to configure the game for the PlayStation and Xbox, as I'm sure there's plenty to do for it, but I wouldn't really be surprised if we got some news on future platform releases for the game within the first 6 months of the game's official life, with those platform releases happening anywhere between the first 6 to 12 months after launch. Now, I have absolutely no idea how reasonable or unreasonable that is for the team. I certainly would not expect them to try and turn it out for us in a super quick time frame, but you also have to take into account future content as well. Could these future platform releases have an impact on the size or frequency of updates whilst they work on them, and if they do, is it really worth it? There's certainly a lot to consider, but like I said, if the game is popular enough and the demand is there, then I see absolutely no reason why it couldn't come to other consoles in the future. What I would also like to say is please do not write this game off just because it's a mobile game. Now I know not everyone is like that, but I know there are plenty who are. I'm not particularly a huge mobile gamer myself, but over the last 3 months I have been playing it on my phone and I've been having a ton of fun, so definitely give it a try regardless. To summarise the last minute or two real quick though, I think we could potentially see the game release on other platforms after about 6 to 12 months after launch, but it does depend on how successful the game is. Now though, I want to talk about why I think they're not releasing it on multiple platforms at launch. Now the main reason I think that they're releasing it on Switch only besides mobile is because Star Wars Hunters is Zynga's first ever console release. As you no doubt know, Zynga is a huge publisher in the mobile industry, probably the biggest out there, so it's a market they know incredibly well. Consoles though, they haven't yet stepped into it, so this is a very big deal. Now in some ways I guess you could say that the Switch feels a bit like a mobile phone, and people do often take their Switch with them on the go and play games, so to Zynga it might feel quite close to home and a safe bet for their entry into the console market. Now assume everything goes the way they want and hope, then there's absolutely no reason why they can't branch out into other platforms like PlayStation or Xbox in the future. So really, the point I'm trying to get at with this video is, no, the game will not be launching on other platforms beyond the mobile and Nintendo Switch, but never say never to post-launch release on PlayStation and Xbox. I think the market is absolutely there for them to go on all platforms if they really want to, but ultimately they need to release a great experience first before actually doing that, and so far I truly believe they are. So guys, that is it from me today. Do you think Star Wars Hunters should release on other platforms or not? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you all very much for watching, and may the force be with you always.